What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Zary from the XMG coming at you tonight to talk to you a little bit about Disney's Sorcerer's Arena. And I am progressing my account from beginning to mid game, starting to prep for that mid to end game. And once I think I hit the level cap, I will be mid game preparing for end game. And one of the better teams right now that I think has a lot of potential in this game, I like the kits, is the Oceanic Team. And also the Tech Team. That's going to be crazy. But the Oceanic Team has a lot of potential, a lot of characters behind paywalls like Stitch and things like that. But they will become free to play right along when I'm about getting there. And one of the big problems with the Oceanic Team is I feel they need a tank badly, and they don't have one. So we're going to look at the Oceanic Team. We are going to suggest 5 tanks that I think could be brought into the game that could help this Oceanic Team out. So if you're just finding me for the first time and you're liking what you're seeing, click that subscribe button, turn on notifications, all that good stuff that goes along with it. And I make Disney Sorcerer's Arena content on this channel 2 to 3 times a week. And I'd love to have you as a sub. So click that subscribe button. Let's get into the Oceanic Team. So we have the Oceanic Team here, and it is behind me. We have some very good characters in there. We have a healer, an Ariel. Jack Sparrow has his charmed ability, AoE, gives himself some buffs. Captain Hook seems a bit meh to me, a little blah, but he does have some good things going for him. But Gintu and Bubbles, Stitch, they seem awesome. Maui is a tank, but he's not in the game. And that just made me think, what other characters could we have in the game with the Oceanic tag that could potentially be a tank? And I'd love to run a team of Ariel, Gintu, Bubbles, Stitch, and then a tank. An Oceanic tank. Maui could very well fit that bill, but until he's in the game, let's do some speculation. So I'm going to give you my 5. They're in no particular order whatsoever. And leave me in the comments below what you would like to see come to the Oceanic Team to kind of make this a little more of a complete team. So with that being said, let's jump into it now. So if you saw my tech team where I suggested characters coming to a tech team, I am terrified of getting a copyright strike, and I won't show pictures. So if you want to, go ahead and Google them and bring them up. So I put on this lovely background of an ocean sunsetting. I wish I was there now, but I'm not. So the Oceanic Team, we talked about how I feel they need a tank, and maybe I'm off because I haven't played with them, but I said that from the beginning when I broke down their kits. I really feel they need a tank. So here are 5 characters I think that could be a tank. And the first one here, number 1, is, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but he comes from the movie Atlantis, and that is Vincenzo Santorini. He is kind of the Joker sly character who in the movie grows and has a big heart, but also looks out and protects the rest of the crew, and that kind of fits the bill of like a Sully character. And I really think that would be kind of a cool character. Obviously, being Atlantis, he has the water synergy, Oceanic. So that is the first one. The next one up comes from Dory, Finding Dory. And I'd love to see Hank, the octopus, brought in. He could have some cool moves where he jumps on the face and blinds people, takes them out of the fight. And again, he comes off as like the hard character, but by the end, he does a lot to help that story progress by protecting them and doing what's right for that group of characters. So I'd like to see Hank the octopus come into the game. I think that would be cool, super cool. The third character, pretty obvious, synergy with Ariel, King Trident. He's the king, he's the protector. Protector of the land, protector of the sea. King Trident coming to the game would be really cool for a tank for the Oceanic Team. He'd have some built-in synergy with Ariel, so you could have like a Stitch, Little Mermaid hybrid. I think that would be super cool. Fourth one on the list also comes from The Little Mermaid, and that would be Ursula. And I think Ursula could kind of be a tank like Jasmine. Ursula would call in Flotsam and Jetsam, her two eels, much like Jasmine calls in Raja. I think that would be super cool if she called them in as like the faux tank. You know, she could have her ink to blind, she could stun. I think that would be a really kind of cool move if she called them in as like the faux tank. And then the one I'd really like to see comes from Moana, and that would be Tamatoa, the crab from Moana. I think that would be super cool. You know, he's shiny, he eats his grandma. I think that would be really kind of a cool character to bring into the game. I don't really have to justify his Oceanic tag, but he's big, he's bulky, and he could be there to take some damage. So I think that would be super cool. You know, so to round out the list, there are the 5. We had Vincenzo, we had Hank, we had King Trident, then we had Ursula as the off tank where she calls in Flotsam and Jetsam. I think that would be super cool. They're her punching bags as they are in the movie. And then Tamatoa, the big crab, he would be super cool. He's one of my favorite characters in that whole movie. And he's a villain. So we got a couple villains, we got a couple heroes in there. Could definitely help out the game. So let me know in the comments below what you all think about 5 Oceanic tanks that you'd love to see added to the game. Let me know who I'm missing. In the last video, a lot of people pointed out people I was missing, and it was super cool. So again, if you're just finding me for the first time and you like what you see, the DSA material 2 to 3 times a week, we will continue to grow this channel, so thank you all so much for that. Next video up I'm going to make is my transition plan from beginning game to mid-end game. I'm going to talk about what I am doing in my head and my plan for progressing in the game, as my Kingdom team and my Aladdin hybrid team are starting to hit kind of a wall right now, as I'm coming up against Frozen teams. And what are my plans to progress the Kingdom team, Aladdin team, and what other teams am I looking to grow? So that's what I got for everybody today. My XMG family members out there, you know I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm out.